election if you have all of your resources spread out in other parts of the region?
Well, a couple of things. I'm sure you're right that they were prepared, which means to me he had a number of people on duty, a larger number of people than he might have had on a normal Saturday morning, that they were prepared tactically, they were assembled in a way to be able to respond to an incident. I assume that's the case. If that's so, and I'm pretty sure it is, they will be able to respond to this. I mean, it's just not that big of an area that they can't respond.
I want to get in one more question before the break with Judge Gonzalez, former Attorney General. As you're watching these pictures, sir, are you a little bit surprised that we have gotten to this point? You know, in 2008 and 2004, we had protests and those kinds of things, but I never remembered shutting down highways en route to political events.
There's nothing about this campaign season that surprises me anymore. No, absolutely not. Obviously, emotions are high. There's a lot at stake as a result of this election, and given where we are as a country today. It's a very controversial issues, and people feel very passionately about some of these issues. So no, again, so long as they exercise their constitutional rights consistent with the law, that's perfectly appropriate here in America.
All right, former Attorney General Alberto Gonzalez, thank you so much for joining us. And of course, Steve Pomerantz, we very much appreciate your perspective.
All right, so I guess I'll stop there, and I don't even know where to begin. But I want to put this out there now because it's currently happening, current events. It doesn't get much current than it's happening now. I'm sitting here listening to the Fox News about the Trump protesters in Arizona shutting down the highway. And there's a couple things that come to mind. First of all, I was quiet in Ferguson because I was just quiet in Ferguson. I tend to keep my views to myself. And in Boston, with the riots, I was quiet in Boston as well. But now we have all these, like, rallies, and Trump is going out there, and they have all these protesters protesting Trump. And a lot of these protesters are violent, which I mean, they're not Republicans protesting another Republican's event. These are Democrats or liberals or socialists or whatever you want to call them that are protesting Trump. And these are also the people who are saying that, you know, gay rights should be okay, we should be tolerable of Muslims, we should let illegal immigrants and be a safe haven for them. So, like, all these tolerable people are protesting in the most hateful way with violence. And it just blows my mind that these liberal people are just so intolerable of Trump. So that's part of it. But the other part of it is, like, we have rights. Like, right now, I'm driving down the road from one city to another. And these people who are on this road trying to get to the Trump rally, or maybe they're trying to get someplace else, they have a right to. Now, you have a First Amendment right. Yes, you can go out there and you can protest, and you can do that, and people can protest your protest, I guess, if they want to. But to shut down a road, you don't have that right. It's a public road. The public has the right to be there. If you want to stand along the side of the road and hold your signs and wave at people and try to get people's attention, and if you want to put up your signs while you're standing outside of the road, I'm all for that. But the second you step foot in the road and you limit where I want to travel, we have issues. I have issues with that. Personally, I think whoever's in the car should just drive right on through. I mean, you can cruise at 1 mile per hour and push people out of the way. They may hit your car and damage your car, but you're going to get your point across. Get them out of the road. Second thing is, like, the law enforcement officers that are going to have to respond to this. I mean, that's all coming out of taxpayers' money. But I have no doubt that Donald Trump is probably going to be like, you know what, whatever it takes to cover the overtime for the officers, to cover the resources that were needed to deal with this. He's shown in the past that whenever he goes to a city and does a rally, he pays right away the bill, whereas some of the other candidates on the Democratic side, that there's sheriff's departments and towns out there who are still waiting for checks from Hillary Clinton and she hasn't paid her bills. So I'm pretty sure Donald Trump will cover the monetary cost of the resources that are needed in the officer's time. I have a lot of respect for Donald Trump. Do I think he's an a-hole sometimes? Yes, but he's also a businessman, and I think he'll do what he says he's going to do. But this isn't about Trump. This is about the protesters who are out there advocating, messing with other people's rights. Like, you have a right to protest, but you do not have a right to hinder upon someone else's rights. So you need to get out of the road, and you need to do something else. I'm just going to go out on a limb here, and I will bet you all of these protesters, because like I said, I know they ain't Republican, they're the people who are for the socialist programs, they're for the food stamps, they're for welfare, they're for all these government handouts and the free cell phones and the free cash for cards and all these free programs. These are the ones that are benefiting from them. And they're worried if Trump gets elected that Trump's gonna take away all their freebies, which they shouldn't have freebies anyway, because I believe this is America. You work for what you get, and instead of being out there protesting, they should be at jobs, working, like I'm working on a Saturday at 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I'm headed to a job site. So these people should be out there working. I think they're worried about their freebies, and I'm sick of it. I'm just put up with it. And if anything, it makes me want to vote for Trump more, to freaking put these people in their place and tell them to get off their lazy butts, go get jobs, quit infringing upon my rights, quit trying to take away my guns, quit trying to tax me for not having insurance, quit trying to do all this stuff that you're doing, and go back and worry about yourself. Why don't you go get a job and raise your family and raise your kids and take care of yourself, instead of trying to run everyone else through the government. I'm not a big fan of big government, as you can tell. I don't take government handouts. I don't think other people should take government handouts. And I'm just completely fed up with it. So I could go on a rant for the next half hour. I do want to get back to my news, though, because I really hope the police come in with riot gear. I hope these people get arrested. I don't care if they get hurt or not. My mom taught me you should look both ways before crossing your street. And if you get hit by a car, it's your own damn fault. Kind of the same opinion here. If you're out and playing in the road, you're going to get hit by a car. So get out of the road. If they get hurt, I don't feel sorry for them one bit. If they get arrested and they're getting hurt while they get arrested, I don't feel sorry for them one bit. That's what you get for resisting arrest. Don't resist arrest, you won't get hurt. So I don't know if this is going to end peacefully or not, but if it doesn't, I'm okay with that. I think a lot of Americans are okay with that. I think we need to put the hammer down and step up to all these people who want to protest and want to be violent and shut down freeways and stuff like that. You're costing taxpayers money. You're taking away resources that could be someplace else. And it's time that you stop. So that's my little rant on this Arizona protest that's going on right now, with them shutting down the streets going to the Trump rally. Just FYI, if Trump is the nominee for Republican, I'm voting for him. Be it how you will. Yeah, if you don't know about the protests, well, now you do. Turn on your news. This is America, and it's getting more and more interesting every day. So until next time, guys.